Hey, baby.
Hey. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing good.
Good. Looking
Chill
good.
day. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. You look good too.
Well, thank you.
Hey,
Mm.
people out there.
What up? What up?
It's just being the Joneses. Welcome back to our channel. I'm April,
And I'm boss.
and we are just being the Joneses. Our topic today is going to be about
The D
the
word.
the onset of divorce. So um we both have been married before in the past. We both got married when we were 19.
Yep.
And
That's right.
so we both are divorced and remarried, obviously, to each other.
Mm.
So like as I look around, I see like a lot of um like thriving relationships.
Yeah.
But what made me want to discuss this topic was because even though I see a lot of thriving relationships, I also see a lot of breaking up, like marriages ending. And, you know, when that happens, and not just marriages, like just breakups from relationships in general, especially long, because it doesn't make it any easier emotionally when it's a breakup that you've been with, a breakup that wasn't a legal marriage and you've been with this person for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Still to be mentally taxing. Yeah. Emotionally. Very hard. Very difficult to do. I have seen a lot of that as well. You know what I'm saying? Of course, divorces and breakups. Like you just said. And yeah, it's hard. It can be hard.
yeah. So,
Sometimes it's a blessing. I mean, sometimes people just need to break up.
yeah, and even if it's
Mhm.
needed, it still can be very emotionally um draining. It can
Yes.
be difficult to process or even like traumatic for some people.
Yeah.
So, we are going to talk about like what did we do or what we think we did well
Mm.
and what we could have done differently at the onset of our divorce. So, hopefully, some of what we say can help somebody else get through maybe a hard time or something they're going through with a breakup or a divorce or something like that.
Yes.
So, I mean,
I think I got some good insight on that.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. I think I can
try me.
help somebody out.
Try me. So, what you think you did? Like, what's something that you think you did well during
Well,
that time?
um, I think I did what I think I did well. Um, I was, I say, cooperative, helpful, showing support, and I still had her back. And I was all about being peaceful, making a peaceful transition. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm I'm not with the drama.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, I say cooperative because at a certain point, I think we both kind of knew that it was happening.
Okay.
So that's what I mean when I
You
say
being
cooperative.
accepted?
Just accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah, accept it that it was happening, and okay, well let's go ahead and do it. Maybe it's time. And I was still, I say, helpful and supportive because I was still helping her out. I didn't hate her. I just knew that our time was just, our marriage was just ended. That's it. I
Yeah.
didn't hate her as a person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we were still getting along very well and everything. So she even paid for it. She
Mm-hmm.
paid for it, and I offered to pay, but she was like, "No, I got it." So I was like, "Cool." But I still was helpful in other ways. I supported her. I didn't just dog her out if she needed help. She knew she can come to me. We gave each other keys to each other's apartment and just things like that.
Yeah.
And we had a
So
child too
basically,
together. So
y'all was
civil, mutual,
friends
still
after
friends.
your divorce. Like you ended the divorce on a mutual
Hmm.
level, and then you were friendships,
Yeah.
friends.
Hmm.
That's good because a lot of
A lot of people
divorces
don't.
don't end like that.
A lot of
It's a
people don't.
lot of bitterness and a lot of
Anger,
anger.
hatred.
It's a lot of
Yeah, betrayal,
mhm,
all that stuff. I've seen it. I've seen it all.
Yeah.
Can't trust them. You know, I mean, I gave her a key to my apartment. We swapped keys, so as soon as we got our place, our own place, you know, we swapped keys.
Mm-hmm.
We still had that trust for each other, obviously. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She not gonna steal her stuff or damage anything or whatever.
Yeah.
In her apartment, but I still had respect. We still respect each other enough to say, hey, I'm gonna give you, I gotta stop by your place. You need to not pick this up until it's a good time.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't just barge in there, nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she told me I could, but you know, I still showed her respect, and she, you know, vice versa, she did as well. And where was I? So helpful, supportive, yeah.
So basically, like yours was,
And when I was telling that to people, like when it was fresh, when we were just divorced, I was telling people these things, and they were like, "Dog, how'd y'all do that?" You know, like because people knew that we were still getting along. You know, what I'm saying we weren't dating, but we would still go out to dinner and things like that.
Yeah,
out to lunch sometime
so
or whatever.
basically,
So
y'all were still friends,
just kind of kicking it, you know, as friends. You know, what I'm saying, and then of course, like I said, we had a child together, so we would still take her and do things. You know, what I'm saying, let her know that you know, mom and dad is still getting along and everything. And even though this is a difficult time, we were still mutual and civil with each other. Friend that was like no drama going on, nothing like that.
Yeah.
And so everything was pretty cool for the most part, all things considered.
Yeah.
It was a clean break.
And your divorce process was a little bit different from mine because me and my ex wasn't necessarily friends when we split up because it wasn't necessarily a mutual split up. So I decided to leave the relationship, and he was upset about that. So he did some things that was like harmful as far as like financially harmful to me, and then kind of like also some things that was a little bit neglectful for the kids as far as like not really being there for them. So it was different, you know. And so one of the things that I would say, or some of the things I would say that I did though that well was I tried to create whenever he did talk to me after that initial shock of, oh, she ending this, you know, is that I tried to create a positive co-parenting experience.
Yes.
And me, I wouldn't have mind being his friend. It was just that, you know, it's kind of difficult to stay or build a friendship with someone when, especially when your children being hurt in the process in a way. So
I understand that
we had moments of, you know, where we didn't have to be, it didn't have to be any conflict, but then it was also a lot of conflict. Yeah. So I definitely tried to create a positive. I think I did well at attempting to try to create a positive co-parent experience. I did really well at not going back. So staying headed toward my divorce, you know, because it needed to happen.
Yeah.
And so when I stated my desire, like you guys used to be saying that y'all kind of had a conversation and a mutual agreement that, okay, this need to be over at this point. But with me, I think that I did a good job or I did well at how I ended it, because it was kind of like I said several times, this is gonna happen if this doesn't happen or if this doesn't change, and it didn't. So I kind of like, okay, let me get all of the stuff together and let him come and get his things when he comes home. Yeah. And so but I was not there. So it wasn't a conversation of, hey, here's your things, get your things. This is over. It was more so of me talking and talking and talking and asking for certain things, and then it not happening, and then me just kind of being done. Yeah. So
you gave warning.
So it was the warning. Yeah, and then it was the, okay, I'm gonna pack this stuff up and then I'm going to work. You know. So when you come through the door, here's it, take it with you. Yeah. So, but I think I still think I did well at that because I wasn't trying to have any conflict when it came to that separation part, that you getting it and going and me deciding that it was over. Like I wasn't trying to create any conflict. And I like that I immediately had an attorney draw up the paperwork. And although I couldn't file the paperwork right away because that was additional money, I did have that part done.
Yeah.
And I did, work to move forward with the divorce pretty rapidly. And I think I did that well instead of just staying stagnant and in one place. So yeah, that was
Yeah.
But in the middle of everything, we had some conflict and different things like that. But I think I tried for the most part to have a cordial process or whatever.
The whole process and co-parenting,
So,
all thing, everything in between, huh? Everything cordial.
yeah.
You try.
Yeah.
All you can do is try.
And not everybody can have that clean break, and that was a good experience.
Yeah.
And if that can happen in a lot of situations where you just realize that okay, it's just not working out, and we can, especially when there's kids involved, having that because the less conflict they got to be around to see, the better.
The better. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But in terms of like what you could have done, what you do you have anything? Because y'all had such a good the way that y'all did everything was pretty
peaceful
overall. Yeah, overall. So is there anything that you think you would have could have done differently?
Had it sooner. Ask her if she would have wanted it sooner. Because I had thought about it. We were kind of rocky, and it definitely wasn't the most stable. So I think I would have probably asked her sooner just to see where her head was at. Because just to maybe to give her what she wanted.
Okay.
Because I was trying, what I'm saying? I was trying for a while. So because I didn't want a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I thought about it. Didn't think about it now. But I was like, no, I'm married. We together. We got a child. I'm going to keep at it. Keep fighting. And she did too. I can honestly say for a while she did too. But I think at that one point you just kind of like realize that, hey, you know what? I think we better off as just being friends.
Yeah. And that does make things easier to just kind of like if you're in a place where, I know it's hard to kind of let go, but if you're in a place where it doesn't look like it can be repaired or anything like that, and you just got especially if one person is adamant about moving forward, and you've tried, you might as well just get on board.
You might as well.
Yeah. If they really adamant about it, and it's like to them they have checked out and they are emotionally gone or don't or just not interested in keeping the relationship, it's just easier on everybody involved to just
get it started sooner.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with fighting, because I don't regret trying. I don't regret trying, and like I said, we both tried. Yeah. We both were trying for a while, but I think after a certain point, she literally just called me one time and asked me, "Are we breaking up?" And I said, "Yeah, I think so." Yeah. And it was just that simple, It wasn't no long, drawn out conversation for a long days and days and hours, and it was just mutual. Like I said, I think we just both knew that it was just that time.
Yeah, and it's nothing wrong with trying, especially if the other person has some hope too and willing to try. Or while you're both trying, it's good to try.
And that's why I was trying, because she did have she wasn't come home disrespecting me or nothing like that, or there was just nothing crazy going on, no drama, nothing like that. We still got along, but I think we both just knew that it was happening soon. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, and that's the only thing I can think of for that question. That I probably would just ask it sooner. Yeah. Especially before my deployment.
Well, I definitely should have asked. Not asked sooner, but walked away.
Broke out.
I should have packed them clothes up sooner. Yeah. But
put that trash bag on
the. No, I ain't put it on the porch. It was in the house. Everything was in the house, but it wasn't the trash bag. Okay. But I did when I did it. Everybody talking and stuff. Once you had enough, you had enough. Yeah. But what I would have done differently is I would have definitely went to therapy. And I would have also talked to my children. They were pretty young. Yeah. But I would have talked to my children about on an age appropriate level, of course, about what was happening, and kind of made sure that I gave them the support that they needed through this process as well. Because when there's kids involved, they also need support through the process.
That's right.
And had I went to therapy, then I was in my 20s, so I probably mid-20s, and so had I went to therapy, I probably would have been more knowledgeable or of how to like sit down with my kids, talk to them about it in an age appropriate way, listen to what their concerns was, or if they had any questions, or those type of things, because they also going through that as well as and like I feel like I was kind of caught up more so into what I was going through, and just trying to get through it, and not really thinking that these are I was thinking about the things they was going through when it came to his actions as far as the parenting part.
Yes.
But I wasn't necessarily thinking about what they were going through because of us splitting up. On that and that in those times. So it's also a big change for them, for the kids as well. So I think it's a very important to like sit down and talk to them. And if maybe even have them have some family therapy, or so that they can understand a little bit better. They can know that it doesn't have anything to do with them. It's not their fault. Everybody's still loved, and things like that. So yeah, if you can get some therapy, for family therapy, individual therapy, whatever, and even if you don't feel like it's like urgent or something, or you don't feel like he was traumatized by your divorce or the separation or split up or whatever, or some of the things that might have happened during that process, it still won't hurt to go sit down and talk to somebody and process.
Yeah, and I agree. I should have, for myself and for my daughter as well. And so, because it was free for me on base, so I could have just easily went and got a session or two. I mean, anything could have helped, or however much was needed.
Yeah.
So it was definitely it would definitely been a good idea, very helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully people can stay together and be happy. But if you can't, and we know that it happens.
Yeah.
It's important to kind of just take a little while of some time to think about, what can I do, or what can we do, if you can work together collectively, to make this divorce process or breakup, to be easier on everyone involved.
Yeah, because it don't have to be messy. I mean, it could be mutual. It could be peaceful. There could be a plan.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So.
Depending on the situation, of course, because I mean, depending on what somebody do, I mean, every situation is different. But
and on the professional side, I've had people come to me because they wanted to know how to make their divorce process more simple, or and they came as a co-parents, or two people that just wanted to come. Don't want to say a couple, because they at that point was sometimes no longer a couple, but sometimes you did have those who were still a couple but wanting to part ways, and they just wanted to know, how they needed help to kind of work through a process, the change or the transition, and it's nothing wrong with that.
That's very cool. You never hear about anything like that. Matter of fact, I think that's the first time I've ever heard of that. A couple of people going to therapy just to see, like, hey, how can we make this as peaceful as possible? Do it the right way.
Yeah.
So you're not at each other's throats and being disrespectful or anything like that. Keeping out the drama. They probably still want to be friends, I can imagine, or at least like cordial enough to just coexist together, or co-parent, whatever the situation may be.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Well,
hope I provided some good nuggets for somebody out there.
Yeah, somebody. Okay, so that concludes our episode. I hope you guys, somebody got something to take away, or maybe something that they can help somebody else. Thank you for tuning into our podcast. We always appreciate the listens. Comment if you have any if you're listening or you're watching on YouTube. We normally do reply on YouTube mainly, but whatever podcast you're listening on, leave a comment or whatever podcast platform you listen on, leave a comment if you want to. We're on IG as Just Being the Joneses. You can go DM us if you have any topics you want us to discuss or any questions. And our website is justbeingthejones.com. So, and check us out on our website, and do we have some merch on there if you want to take that and get at a look. So we will talk to y'all next time, and we're out.
All right.